Well, hello and welcome to issue number 132, and this issue is all about the Sagittarius pig. As you can see on the caption prior to this video, those are all the dates you have to be in this Western and Eastern Zodiac combination. Any questions on my vids or any other dates that you would like to know, like 12 days previous to the 12 years, sorry, previous to the first one I put up, or 24 or 36 years, just message me if you want to need to know them dates for a great auntie, grandfather, whoever, just email me, message me on here, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can, and let you know those dates for them years. Okay, let's start straight away with the Sagittarius pig then. Well, we know the Sagittarian. Let's try and put them into perspective as a child. Now, they have a wonderful sense of humour. They're very, very popular, the Sagittarian, but it marks a really deep thinker. So, you see this sort of comical, brave, and really lovable outside, but inside there's a deep philosophical edge to the Sagittarian. They do think very deeply, and even from the very early formative years, they are prone to sort of like getting in real good debates, real strong debates with their parents and all their friends. They really do love to talk about, sort of certain issues like life, death, Jesus, is there aliens, that sort of thing. They really love to stretch the boundaries of a deep conversation. They love philosophy, and they love the ancient books. So if we couple that with the pig as well, now the pig, a very intelligent, easygoing, and very sort of secure-minded child, and again a smiling, happy disposition as well. So we've got this character now. We've built this character, the Sagittarian pig, as a child at school, early years. He's going to be a joker. They're going to be a bit of a joker. They're going to love to get on with everybody. They've got a wonderful smile, and they've always got time for everyone, and they've always got a bit of, a laugh to share. But it is hiding a very sensitive and a deep thinking person. That's how they're going to evolve through the school years. They get into secondary school, and again, the mask doesn't come down. Only the people really close to them. Yes, they will have a lot of friends, but only the real close friends will know, hey, I know how sensitive they are. They can take the mickey out themselves. Yes, they can, and they can take the mickey out their friends without really hurting them. They're great sense of humour, really witty and sarcastic and everything, and they really can make you giggle and really cheer you up, and that's what they enjoy. They love that. They love seeing a smile on your face as well, and because they make fun of themselves as well, they don't mind that. And you think, they're not that serious, but it masks, it hides quite a lot of depth about this character, and it may come out sort of like college years, because I definitely feel there's college years for this combination, and university years very probably, because it is an intelligent combination. And as I say, they love the ancient stuff. They love looking at old fables, stories, mysteries. Were they true, were they not true? Your Loch Ness, etc. They love to look at these things and love to get in debates. They really will excel in clubs, after school clubs or college clubs, where there's quizzes, university sort of challenges and things like that. They will really enjoy that, and it's not for the point of fact that they want to prove themselves right. They have a competitive edge, yes, but a competitive edge to find out the truth. So even if they were going down the wrong line of inquiry and somebody else comes up with that information, they're gladly join and say, well, that's great, you've uncovered that. They are, as I say, looking for mysteries, truth solving, and as I say, and the depth of life they really want to understand. Some may be believers in God, some may not be, but they will cover a lot of ground to form their own opinion. and talk into the small hours about these sort of things. And I say, you've got a real sensitive soul. Also, when we're in these formative years, these university years, these late teen years, they've got to find a balance, because really the Sagittarian pig needs true love. But sometimes they are a very sexual sign. They're a very hot-blooded sign. So they're going to be involved in maybe casual encounters, but this really affects them in a very negative way, because they need to find that true deep love, and they can get attached to the wrong person, because, you know, sometimes in them years, you know, late teenagers, they're looking to experiment, they're just looking to find out about the world. So what may have been lust can turn in for them something a lot deeper, something where they can cling to the hope of love manifesting when it was just an encounter, you know, and they get caught a little bit like this, because, you know, it's balancing that hot-bloodedness inside and that need for expression, sexual expression, to relieve some of the depth that they feel, you know, and that sensitive type people, you know, they love that caress, they love that touch as well. So it's balancing that need for the deeper meaning stuff, like the deeper love. They can have some troubled times in those sort of years, until maybe they get to the middle 20s, when you know, they find that appreciation in themselves, that it's not doing them any good, and they need to get that, I say, that serious love, and it's not for the want of trying, you know, but they just can't get attached to people who are just out to you know, experiment. You know, the hormones are everywhere, and they're very much there for the Sagittarian pig, but it's harnessing that to get it to the deeper meaning, get it to real love. Let's find them in their middle 20s. That's when it's going to blossom at its best. And what sort of job is the Sagittarian pig going to find themselves in? Well, I love them in, you know, as I say, writing, creativeness, on factual subjects. I think they make fantastic in that. They'd be great in drama, reliving very accurately with their studies, playwrights, that sort of thing. They really have a flair for this, you know, really zoning in and uncovering stuff, so they'd be very good at that. They could be great archaeologists and stuff like that, you know, and they will love to conserve what is there. So they could be great workers for Greenpeace as well, you know, conserving what's going on for the Greenbelt land. You know, they're going to be very passionate about that sort of thing, because as I say, you know, the history around this sort of stuff, they don't like it being touched or tampered with. What are the best signs for this hot-blooded yet sensitive and very deep person? You know, when does it cross over into that deep, meaningful relationship, and who with? Well, I love to see them, as I've said, in the middle 20s, really then searching, and they need to, the pigs need goats, because goats with their love of beauty, their tenderness, their sensitivity, they can have a giggle as well, and they just plod along, and they're so gentle, and they're gentle natured. The Sagittarian pig can be themselves, you know, and finally open up, let that real, you know, inside come out, and the goat will respond brilliantly. They both respond to each other fantastically. It's a fantastic sexual union as well, because it's very tender, it's very, as I say, very meaningful, and this is where we should go for the Sagittarian pig. So let's look at the goats, and we have to look at the Aquarius goats, the Aries goats, the Leo goats, and also the Libran goats. They are the best in the goat family. And we also have to look at the rabbits. The rabbits with their security, you know, the pigs can confide in rabbits. They feel as though their secrets are safe. They can be themselves, you know, they can be emotional. They can drop the guard a little bit, that they're not just a joker. The rabbits are fantastic talkers as well, will love to philosophise, you know, about stuff, and they really do support their partner excellently by keeping everything secure around them. They know that really the pig's yearning for not too much change, for somewhere where they can feel safe and unthreatened, and the rabbit is fantastic at creating that nest and that safe haven. So let's look for the rabbits under Aquarius, Aries, Leo and Libra. Those are the best rabbits. Okay, if we look for the ones to avoid, well, sometimes the pigs, as I've spoken about, bump into the snakes, take a little bit of advantage of the pig, you know, in that sexual orientation. It's too dangerous. The pig gets really hurt. They're very vulnerable to the snake, whereas a snake doesn't mean any harm, but they do take advantage here, and they can't help but sink their fangs completely inside of the pig. And really, this is a real heartbreaking union. They should avoid each other at all costs. And as I say, the pig, for their emotional well-being, it's really good to keep your distance. And it's very important that you find out this person you might be attracted to, etc. Because there's no doubt you might have been bitten by a snake in the early formative years, so we have to avoid that. And likewise for the snake, I'm not just doing it from the point of view from the pig, likewise for the snake as well, because they then feel bad on themselves, they feel guilty, but they couldn't help themselves, and then you're finding that they're both in a bad place, you know, not just one or the other, they're both feeling very, very bad, and as I say, you know, vulnerable to feeling terrible guilt. If we look at the health aspects for the Sagittarian pig, well, the pig is a very, very hardy soul. In fact, the Sagittarian pig are not one to go to the doctors, things like that, but this is where their weakness can lie, because in their strength is where they're very robust and they're very, you know, all action, and they are, as I say, reluctant to go to the doctor to say, oh, you know, what's the point of wasting their time and my time, because they're good folk and they think, no, I'll go on, you know, I'll go on forever. But sometimes there could be a niggling ailment that they don't go and seek special judgment on, so they are prone to let things glide along, you know, and it's probably important to their partner or their family to say, come on, you do need to get down, have a check, or whatever, you know, if they've been having a hacking cough for X amount of time, or, you know, headaches for X amount of time, you know, you've got to look at this and push them in that direction, because they tend to really dislike doctors as it is, and will rather brush it under the carpet than check stuff out. So really their foolhardiness can sometimes be their undoing, although, you know, they are tough and robust and they think they can go on forever. Well, they go on for a very long time, but they have to be careful. Any of them ailments that have continued going on, you know, don't brush it under the carpet, go and check it out, you know, and so it's nothing serious. Okay, thank you for joining me for this issue, and please join me for the next one. Thank you.